Fang here today. Ooh, my goodness, I already messed that up. Today I'm here to talk about what is a Jezebel. And there's been a lot of religious teachings of man's way of telling you Jezebel is a sexual person. Sorry, is a person calling me. Is a person who does a lot of sexual things. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. And that's not what really the word Jezebel means. As you can see by the picture, it's a Jezebel is a person who pulls your strings. So let's understand this. Evil spirits use many ways to hurt us. We need to understand that demons don't use the same attacks for everyone. We also need to understand that these demonic foes have different ways of attacking, and the best way is to manipulate your mind, such with tricks, thought suggestions, and seducing your mind to give you the idea you are on top of it, which is the best one. Anyway, who is the first? Let's understand who is Jezebel, the person, and then let's understand what is a Jezebel. So let's understand who the person is and understand a Jezebel later. Who was Jezebel? Jezebel was the daughter of the priest king Ethbal, ruler of the I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce these words very well. Cities of Tyre and Sidon. When Jezebel married King Ahab of Israel, they ruled 874 through 853 BC. She persuaded him to introduce the worship of the Tyrian god Baal Melkart, a nature god, a false god. Let's see what she did. It already told you some things that she did already. She ordered the murder of 800 of God's prophets. She manipulated her husband, which is the king, Ahab. She killed anyone who didn't agree with her worship of Baal. There's a lot more too, but I'll let you look at that yourselves. But here's I found some I did find some things about, well, we'll get that later. Now, let's read it out to you in context of what this is saying. In Revelation chapter 2, verse 17 through 23. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. Now, this specific area right here is talking to Israel. It is not talking to the church. It is talking to Israel. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches of Israel. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone, and in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saving he that receiveth it. And unto the angel of the church in, I can't pronounce these, Thyatira, write these things, saith the Son of God. Jesus is telling the angel, write these things. These things saith the Son of God, who hath his eyes like unto a flame of fire, and his feet are like a fine brass. I know thy works, and thy charity, and service, and faith, and thy patience, and thy works, and the last to be more than the first. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest the woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess. This person calls herself a prophetess. God doesn't call her a prophetess. This person calls themselves a prophet. To teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication and to eat things sacrificed unto idols. Now, wait, we'll continue a few minutes later. But what is that actually saying? First of all, fornication. Fornication, first of all, is not always talking about sexual relations. In this context, it's talking about adultery, spiritual adultery, of offering food unto idols, as it says. This is idolatry. This is talking about worshiping false gods, calling herself a prophet, teaching others to worship false idols. This is what this is talking about. Idolatry. That's what a Jezebel is. Manipulating the minds of another. And I gave her space to repent. Repent is the change of mind. Metanoia. Stop believing. Go from your unbelief into believing. Because if you're an idolater, you don't believe in something else. You believe only in what this is. That includes your works. Your works can be idolatry as well, by the way. Your works can be idolatry. Gave her space to repent of her fornication, and she repented not. Behold, I will cast her into a bed, and them that commit adultery with her into great tribulation, except they repent of their deeds. And I will kill her children. This is actually saying literal children. No, it's not saying literal children. It's saying those that follow her to do these things will have the same fate. And I will kill her children with death, and all the churches shall know that I am he which searcheth and the reins and hearts, and I will give unto every one of you according to your works. Now let's look at this word fornication. This is spiritual fornication, spiritual adultery. Now, I went and looked at the NSV and I marked it as danger. Why? Because of this little thing they wanted to do. Instead of saying fornication of like the spiritual fornications, they said practicing sexual immorality. It didn't say that. This is the danger of looking at modern Bibles. Am I saying that, oh, you must have a King James Bible if you're going to be saved? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is there is a danger of looking at other Bibles. Why? Because these are modern day Bibles and they will add things or take things away that they don't like. And these are little subtle things that they will, add in where you won't notice it. And it will look very similar to the original, but it's not. And then I looked this up here. What is a Jezebel spirit? It is widely believed that the Jezebel spirit is a particular spirit that can only apply to women in the form that the woman will want to teach, be controlling, manipulative, and big mouth. This is not the case. Jezebel did not have this kind of relationship with Ahab. Throughout the First Kings, chapter 16 through 29, through chapter 22 through 40, Jezebel stroked her husband's ego, told him what he wanted to hear, and got for him all that his heart desired. Jezebel is a seducing spirit. This spirit is very much applicable to men. In fact, it is more prevalent in male leaders. Will list the assemblies are misinformed, and unsuspecting. How Jezebel operates. Jezebel is a proud spirit, which is self-establishes authority, lifts own doctrine above true messages, and is highly deceptive and very charming. You see, it strokes your ego. It makes you want to listen to it. It tells you things you want to hear, not things that you need to hear. It does not like the truth. Do you see that? It does not like the truth. A person, this is a manipulative person who does not like you. They may come to you all nice and sweet, but deep down inside, they have dark intentions for you and do not like you. Do you know that? Wolf in sheep's clothing here. This takes us back to the trees. That is talking about false prophets. They are ravaging wolves in sheep's clothing. They'll look like sheep. They'll act like sheep, but they're not sheep. Do you understand that? They look like a saved person. They'll act like a saved person. Act. We're not talking about, oh, if a person's, if they continue sinning, they can't be saved. Well, actually, a person who keeps on sinning, yeah, that person is saved because of who they trusted in, not because of what they did. It says this person will act like a saved person. They will act righteous and holy. But that doesn't make them righteous and holy. It's another person makes them righteous and holy by the blood. And it is by the obedience of one, many are saved. By the obedience of one, we are saved. It is not by what you do, how good you live or how bad you live. Grace is unearned and you can't earn it. Undeserved, you can't earn it. A Jezebel is a seducing spirit. Many will come in Jesus' name and say he is Christ and will deceive many. And there are many Jezebels in churches. There are many Jezebels in churches, man and woman alike. There are many of them. They will tell you things that about how good they are. They will say, oh, well, I stopped sinning. I stopped fornicating. I stopped doing this. I stopped doing this. And they'll add a little bit of Jesus in there. They'll add a little bit of him, but not a lot. They won't say how much Jesus did for them, but they'll say how much they did for Jesus. Do you see that? They'll stroke their ego. They're deceived. These people have not trusted Christ. They are trusting themselves. That is a Jezebel, a manipulator. A Jezebel is a manipulator. I'm going to say it one more time. A Jezebel is a manipulator. They will have dark intentions for you and will deceive you. And that's why I'm telling people, please study these things so you will understand, because I do not want you in so much torment in your life. I don't want you in so much stress. I want you to actually understand these things that of what people are saying. And please read this for yourself. Don't trust me. I don't want you trusting me. Please go to God. Trust him. Trust him alone. And please read these things in context and understand it. And I do hope, I really do hope that I said these things right. I really do hope that you understood this and that you got what a real Jezebel is. This is why I put this picture. You see, the woman behind the mask may look beautiful, but this other side here, not so much. Not so much. It's a mask. That's why I put that there. A person pulling your strings. A person who strokes your ego. And there is a lot of them that do this. So please read for yourself. I want you to understand this and read it in context. If you don't understand, please find someone. Ask God. Find a mature Christian. Someone who actually will give you information. Biblical context. And won't go by what other church religion says, because religion stuff is a bunch of man-made doctrine. And they will make up anything to try to keep you down. They will make up anything to keep you in their power. They want power over you. So please read this for yourself. Please. All right. Hope I cleared that up. And I'm sorry for the long video. Have a good day and God bless.